We first engaged with the University of Salford nearly 3 years ago now. When we first met with them, we knew that they were trying to improve the student experience across the whole of the student life cycle, and they identified that certain technology solutions would be paramount in providing that digital solution and underpinning some of the objectives that they were trying to achieve.
So University of Salford, we have about 24,000 students on campus. We have about 4,000 students who study with us overseas. We have a campus in Bahrain, and we also have about 3,000 students studying via distance learning.
One of the challenges that we had as a university is that we hadn't really developed our admission processes for a number of years. It was probably around about 10 or so years since we last implemented a system to support the admissions colleagues who were receiving applications.
University of Salford, we basically implemented Dynamics 365, CRM and Power Platform. But the product is about managing admissions. What we mean by admissions, it's allowing applications to come in, whether it's from direct applicants or from international agents on behalf of their applicants, and basically managing those applications through the assessment process, managing it through to the point where you can obviously, the university at the point where they can make an offer to that student, or unfortunately they have to reject them, and it's about managing that interaction through that digital journey.
What we've actually seen is for our international applications, we've seen in excess of 100% increase in applications because again we've made the process so much easier. It's all in one place. Students can interact right the way through that whole application stage, and we've delivered the efficiencies in the business. We've also now started to put metrics around it in terms of user satisfaction, and we're getting some absolutely amazing stats now back in terms of how people are finding the process, in terms of both ease of use and meeting their needs.
Well, from a student's perspective, obviously it's providing that two-way interaction. You can see what's going on, you can see the state of your application, where you are. So are you awaiting decision? Have you been asked to come for an interview? You can go in and accept your interview. You can book your interviews on the portals. So it's providing that window in.
The way in which Crimson have worked with us has been that, as I've already said, there's a patience, there's a listening to us, and then there's a presenting back to us. Clearly that they're interpreting our requirements, but they're applying that to their knowledge of what the tools will do, and that has given us a solution that is far more powerful than we could have achieved before.
The new portal has been fantastic. It's allowed us to, from the ground up, build an application form. The application form itself is customisable, so we can ask the appropriate questions to the appropriate students.
I think it's 85-90% of students are saying it's that very, very easy to use, better than anything that they've seen elsewhere. It's exceeded their expectations. And again, I think by being able to put everything into one place through a portal, that's not an experience that they can necessarily get at other universities.
The overall experience of the student as they go through the application process, they get to interact with the university. It's a lot quicker, it's a lot slicker, it's a lot more digital. It's modernised how they interact with them, and it's made the application process a lot more efficient as well.
In the past, it's been quite challenging for us to deliver those sorts of integrations with our student information system. Crimson have been instrumental in what it is that we've delivered.
Working with Crimson has been an absolute pleasure. I have to say that if you had come into the project room before we went into lockdown and you'd looked for which of the University of Salford team and which of the Crimson team, you wouldn't have been able to tell. What you'd have seen is a single team of Crimson and the University of Salford working together with a shared goal, a shared objective, and amazing ambition to really deliver a best-in-sector solution.